And welcome back to the Devourer Chapel of Cannibals and to Torment Tides of Numenera. We're going to talk with our Nano to the Devourer of Wrongs. We have just had a talk around all these guys. We know the solution to Sophie the Sculptor's problem of portraying the sorrow's victim. But we want to be sure we haven't missed anything. So let's go for the Devourer of Wrongs. Ask him. This enormously fat figure stands alone motionless because of its metal mask and the obscuring layers of devices, filters and hoses it wears. You can't be sure it's a man or a woman, or even if it is entirely human. Its thick neck bulges and clenches as if it was chewing something. Sky thoughts, this one looks familiar. Some mind in my mind once knew her. Devourer of Wrongs. You recall seeing this being before, standing behind Riz on the execution platform in Circus Minor. What is your role in the Devourer? I attend executions and eat the condemned once they are dead. Their meat shows me the extent of their guilt and gives me their memories. Revealing motive, method, accomplices, and secrets, the Devourer have always performed this service for the city. Aha. Wow, what should we... We're all for preserving knowledge. Preserving the knowledge of the dead is a worthy ideal, even if it's a dead criminals, I suppose. Knowing the motivations of criminals helps the city prevent future crimes before they happen. Well, farewell and thank you.
Yes, now.
So let's leave this place now and find Sophie the Sculptor. Talk to him about his future, how should we call it? Statue, masterwork. Let's move over here. I think this is the way to Circus Minor to leave the area. Yeah, it is. Let's see what he says now, that we can help him a bit. He was around here. Nice going. Always checking if there's someone new around here. Sometimes there are people that are really new. And you don't want to miss them. They're just sometimes they're just there for a certain time. Let's talk to him again now. Sophie glowers blankly at the sky and his battered fingers sculpting the air, his lips moving silently. So he's still in the impasse. He knows impasse is a kind word. I called it stuck, defeated, useless. Who and where are they again? I mean, we were there, so that wasn't enough, it seems, to help him. So we'll go back to the underbelly.
Let's go.
We'll ask about Crooked Creek. Oh, what's that symbol here? Embedded in the cliff wall is a massive structure that clearly predates the buildings around it. Could examine it. No, we cannot examine it anymore. Yeah, let's go back then. So, Sophie. What more can we find out about this being out there? We'll have to ask around, I suppose. Who are these guys? Underbelly thugs? Interrupting a chat's a good way to get suckered. Whatever that means. We don't want to sugar you, by the way. Let's talk to Crooked Creek then again. Hey there. Little one. A small hollowed-cheeked mutant sings a soft wavering tune to herself. Yellow bruises discolor her skin. Wounds form not from violence, but from malnutrition, and her prominent bones bend and twist at odd angles. Still she smiles. She smiles at the oily water devoid of any fish. She smiles as she arranges her empty basket beside her, and she smiles at you when she sees you standing over her. Hello, I'm Crooked Quick of the Cold Canyon tribe. I haven't seen you down here before. I hope you're not here to fish. They're nibbling instead of biting today. She cuffs into her cupped hands a raw and ragged hacking that bends her double. You take her for a child at first, but after studying her features, it's clear she's in her late teens. It's only some mutation, and her bony stature born of starvation, that makes her seem childlike. Your real name is Crooked Quick? Sort of. My parents called me Quick, but the nickname came later. She hunches over, her eyes darting shadily from side to side. It's because I sell junk for high prices and bribe the levies to carry people off in the night. She laughs. No, not really. People call me Crooked because I look twisted and broken. Scan thoughts. I wish they wouldn't, but it's okay. I am crooked, right? Don't you mind that people call you crooked? Ha, using that. Not really. I can't call them liars, can I? She smiles, but it's not the radiant thing you saw before. I assure you don't mind. I do, she admits softly, but I won't be less crooked if they stop. Why do you think the fish aren't biting? The fish down here are pretty fast and smart. They're nibbling at the bait, then swimming away. She watches the line with a combination of hunger and wariness. It's hard for me to get to the pole in time when the rod twitches, and harder to reel in the catch. I'm not very strong. Can I try fishing with your gear? You're welcome to it, she says. Only if you do find something, could you share? She trails off blushing. Never mind, company is better than a scrawny fish. Let's talk first, then fish later. Do you know where I might find a woman named Matkina? I mean, we know in theory, but maybe you know more about her. Matkina, she gasps. That's not what people call her. She leans towards you, eyes as round as coins. They call her the White Death, she says. She's an assassin. I don't know where she is, and I hope I never do. Why are you scared of her, Matkina? They say, she begins, then drops her voice to a whisper. They say she can freeze your blood by speaking your name, and if you look her in the eyes, all of your hair will turn white. What? That's just stories, probably. I mean, we're a scientist too, so we can talk something like that. You don't really believe this, do you? She blushes. No, she says, but she is a killer, and she bites her lip. I have a soft spot for scary stories. Maybe you know more. You said you're part of the Cold Canyon tribe. Are they down here too? No, she says lightly. They're all gone, either dead or gone. She still isn't meeting your eyes. There used to be a lot of us. We came here when I was a baby, running from, she pauses thinking, a war, some sort of war that never ends. My parents thought we would be safe here, but the tribe died off, one by one. She turns away, wiping her eyes. This city is hard on people like us. What, everyone in your tribe is dead? That's crazy. Not everyone, she says with a brave little smile. I'm here, and some of us just left for better places. I bet they're doing really well. How was the city hard on your tribe? They were used to living in the wilderness, so they knew what they could eat safely. Here it is not so simple. My mother told me that 10 people died eating tainted food before we found this fishing hole. She stares into the murky water. Then there's the diseases you can catch in the city, and the hate. A lot of us were killed just for being hard to look at, I guess. Wow, is it as hard for you to survive here as it was for your people? No, she says, smiling. I don't have a lot to eat, but I'm more resistant to sickness than my parents were. And people here know me. They leave me alone. Farewell. Now let's try your fishing pole. His thin, glowing thread pierces the surface of the water and plunges deep into the black depths like a white line drawn in shining ink. Let's examine that line. You try flicking the shining string, and your finger goes right through it. Could you try catching something for me? I've had no luck today. Besides, everything down there is pretty much stronger than me. Well, we'll try. You pull on the line, and something in the dark below pulls back. You press your lips together and reel in your catch. A muddy cipher dangles from the end of the line. It's beautiful, Crooked Creek breathes. I was just hoping for fish. I can sell it and eat for weeks. Yeah, we're not heartless. Hand it over to Crooked Creek. You pass the cipher to her, and she squinches her eyes shut in unmitigated joy. Thank you. Use my fishing pole whenever you want. We'll tug again. Take a hold of the fishing rod and begin reeling in the line. But nothing is in on the hook. You might have better luck tomorrow. We'll leave the fishing line alone. What more is there to find? There's a changing god cultist here and some kind of building. Let's talk to the cultist first. Cultist glances over at you casually. His eyes widen when they reach your face. I heard you intended to explore the city, but never imagined you'd find your way down here. What an honor. He folds his hands before him. How can I help you, beloved vessel? Thank you. Examine the cultist first. The man is pale, dirty, and nervous. He's stealing glances at your tattoo every chance he gets. He flinches when he notices you studying him. Scan thoughts. Never have I seen it so close. What have I done to earn this blessing? Oh my god. Well, he can be useful to us. I'm looking for a woman named Matkina. Have you seen her? Cast off, not recently, he says, but she does work with Folsom from time to time. He may know where he is. Well, thank you and farewell. And let's get... Hey, can that please get away? Go away, that missive here? Alright, it doesn't. Well, let's examine something more then. What should we examine? Maybe that will cure it. Oh yeah, it does. Nice. Alright, paupers. What do they do? Snicker. Leave me be. I'm a little bit reluctant to interact with this thing. It looks kind of creepy. Are these tentacled eyes going out there or something?
You don't like me.
And who is that?
Well, I don't know you.
Verinoth.
I wonder if anyone does.
This large and heavily muscled woman wears what appear to be rags that should have fallen apart ages ago. She looks so tired that it wouldn't be a surprise if she fell asleep on her feet. And yet when she opens her mouth, her voice is energetic, like a little girl who's about to get a present. Hello, can anyone hear what I'm saying? I can't make this work. Without warning, she slaps herself. Oh, I hope no one saw that. Oddly no thoughts at all come from this woman. At least you think she has none. There's a faint whispering at the edge of your hearing, but you can't make out any words. Who are you, Verinoth? Are you talking to me? Her head swivels awkwardly around, trying to catch a glimpse of you. Oh, you are. My name is Verinoth, champion of the Wastes. The woman flinches at the sound of the very different, booming voice that came from her own mouth. It's not my name, you stupid thing. It is Verinoth, champion of the Wastes. Damn, I come from a land you've never heard of. Damn it, I guess I'm not allowed to say. So you aren't Verinoth, champion of the Wastes? I'm not, but you might as well call me that, or just Verinoth. Shoulder shrugs and keeps shrugging. I'm not actually here. I'm just talking through her and trying to move her around. Her shoulder freezes mid-shrug. Keeps yelling over me if I talk about something I'm not supposed to, she says, lowering her voice. But maybe if I speak carefully. Her chin drops her to her chest. My family explores the world using special tools. The body stabs itself with its finger pointedly, but they tell me I'm too young to help, so I waited until everyone was sleeping, and you know, the head lolls back on its neck, winking at the roof of the cavern. Are you an explorer too? Well, I am, but not like you. Oh, she says, for some reason I thought that you were a champion of the wastes too. Damn, it did again, didn't it? Just don't tell anyone what I am, all right? Yeah, we won't. Why do your people explore? Our impenetrable fortress in a lost valley is falling apart. I think we should just go out into the world for real, but no, my family is afraid. The fingers on the woman's right hand wiggle, like they're playing an instrument. Her dead expression doesn't change, even as the girl's voice rises. I'm not, of course, but they won't even let me use this thing. I have to sneak around like a child. And you are one, right? What can that construct do? Well, it's really hard to break. My mother, that's who usually controls it, once got stepped on by an adult earthshaker. It just stuck her in the ground like a nail. The woman flexes a massive bicep. Am I flexing? The girl says. I'm trying to flex. Anyway, it's also incredibly strong. Punch holes in mountains strong. The arm flocks back to her hip. And it's not really a construct. There's no metal inside. She has blood, bones, perfect human expressions. Not that you can tell that from how I do it. The girl adds sourly. The woman's face grimaces along with her. Where did you get that construct? I was born in a storm on a battlefield at night, the woman roars. The girl says after a respectful silence. She really doesn't want me to tell you, but I just tried to tell you. Can't you tell me anything about where you got this construct? Seeds, the girl blurts. Oh, she let me say it, but I probably won't get away with more, sorry. Let's ask again. Because we're looking for a new home, but Aragoth, Lord of the North, thinks we'll die if we go out without. Oh, it did it again, didn't it? So that's why they explore. Let's ask again. Nothing new. Well, farewell, Verinoth, champion of the wastes, exploring for an unknown race that seeks a new home. Well, we'll explore more and probably speak to this guy here, the mapper, to find Matkina. Thank you for watching. Happy gaming to you. This is Immanuel signing out. See you in the next episode.